Imagine walking into a McDonald's and ordering a burger with no real meat. But then, something unbelievable happened. Wall Street started calling plant-based meat the future of food. Billions of dollars flooded into the industry. Beyond Meat became one of the hottest stocks in America. Burger King launched the Impossible Whopper. KFC, Subway, even McDonald's joined the race. For a moment, it looked like one industry was about to rewrite 100 years of American food history. Then, almost overnight, the hype disappeared. Sales crashed. Restaurants quietly pulled products. Investors lost billions overnight. And the same headlines that once celebrated this revolution started asking, what went wrong? So here's the real question. Did America reject plant-based meat, or was America sold a future it never actually wanted? Because by the end of this video, you'll discover that this wasn't just the collapse of a food trend. It was one of the most expensive business miscalculations of the last decade. If you enjoy business documentaries like this, make sure to subscribe to Production Pathway, because every week we uncover the business stories most people never hear.
Chapter 1: The Billion-Dollar Dream.
The story didn't begin inside a restaurant. It began inside boardrooms. For decades, the meat industry had one big problem. The world's population was growing. People were becoming more conscious about climate change. Animal welfare was receiving more attention, and scientists warned that meeting future demand with traditional meat alone could become increasingly difficult. That's when entrepreneurs saw an opportunity. What if people could enjoy the taste of meat without needing the animal? It sounded impossible, but if it worked, it had the potential to change one of the world's biggest industries. Then, Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods introduced something completely different. They weren't trying to sell veggie burgers, they were trying to sell real meat without the animal. That idea immediately caught Wall Street's attention. When Beyond Meat went public in 2019, its stock exploded, becoming one of the biggest IPO success stories of the year. Suddenly, investors believed they weren't funding another food company, they were investing in the future of food. Money poured into the industry. Factories expanded, supermarkets cleared shelf space, and news headlines started calling plant-based meat the next big revolution. But convincing investors was the easy part. The real challenge was convincing millions of Americans to actually eat it. And for that, the industry needed the biggest fast food chains in America.
Chapter 2: The Fast Food Gold Rush.
The moment Wall Street declared plant-based meat the future of food, America's biggest fast food chains faced a billion-dollar question. What if this wasn't just another food trend? What if this was the next smartphone moment for the restaurant industry? No brand wanted to be the one left behind, so the race began. In 2019, Burger King made the first big move by launching the Impossible Whopper nationwide. The campaign exploded across social media. People weren't just buying a burger, they were buying an experience. Everyone wanted to answer the same question: can I actually tell the difference? The buzz was so massive that competitors couldn't ignore it. Soon, KFC started testing fried chicken made from plants. Subway added plant-based sandwiches to its menu. And then came the biggest headline of them all. McDonald's, the world's largest burger chain, partnered with Beyond Meat to develop the McPlant. That announcement sent a powerful message to investors. If McDonald's believed in plant-based meat, then maybe this really was the future. The excitement reached another level. Restaurants expanded their plant-based menus, investors kept pouring in money, and the media painted a picture of an industry that seemed unstoppable. It looked like everyone was winning: the startups, the fast food giants, the investors. But there was one group that still hadn't made its decision: the people who mattered the most, the customers. And when they finally made that decision, it changed the future of the entire industry.
Chapter 3: The Customer Fights Back.
Everything looked perfect. The investors were happy, the restaurants were expanding, the headlines were calling it the future of food. But there was one problem. Wall Street believed in plant-based meat faster than American consumers did. At first, millions of people were curious. They wanted to know one thing: does it actually taste like real meat? Many tried it once, but trying a product once and buying it again are two completely different things. That's when the first warning signs started to appear. For many customers, plant-based burgers were simply more expensive than traditional burgers, and when people couldn't taste enough of a difference to justify paying more, they went back to what they already knew. Then another problem started growing. The industry had spent years marketing these products as the future and, for many consumers, a healthier alternative. But as more people looked at the ingredient lists and learned how these products were made, questions about processing and nutrition started spreading online and in the media. Suddenly, the conversation was changing. People were no longer asking, "Should I try it?" They were asking, "Is it really worth it?" That one question changed everything. Sales started slowing, the excitement started fading, and the same restaurants that had rushed to add plant-based products quietly began rethinking their strategy. Quick question: if you had to choose between a traditional beef burger and a plant-based burger at the same price, which one would you honestly buy? Let me know in the comments, because what happened next didn't just hurt restaurant sales, it wiped out billions of dollars from one of Wall Street's hottest industries.
Chapter 4: The Billion-Dollar Collapse.
It didn't happen in a single day, but once the momentum slowed, everything started falling apart. The first warning came from the companies themselves. Sales were no longer growing the way investors had expected. Restaurants that once proudly promoted plant-based burgers quietly started removing them from their menus. Some products became limited-time offers, others disappeared completely. Then Wall Street reacted. Beyond Meat, once one of America's hottest stocks, began losing billions in market value. The same investors who had celebrated the industry's future were now questioning whether that future had ever existed. Headlines completely changed. Instead of asking, "Is plant-based meat the future?" they started asking, "Has the hype gone too far?" For an industry that had promised to disrupt the meat business, this was a brutal reality check. But here's what made the collapse even more surprising. People didn't suddenly stop caring about sustainability. They didn't suddenly stop caring about innovation. The real problem ran much deeper. The industry had made one critical assumption about consumer behavior, and that assumption turned out to be wrong. The question wasn't whether plant-based meat could be made. The real question was, did Americans ever truly want it? The answer to that question explains why a $10 billion dream ultimately failed to live up to its promise.
Chapter 5: The Real Reason America Said No.
So, why did America reject plant-based meat? The answer wasn't one reason, it was 5. Reason number 1, it was too expensive. For many Americans, the choice was simple. A traditional beef burger often cost less than a plant-based burger. And when customers couldn't justify paying more, they simply went back to what they already knew. Reason number 2, the taste didn't win everyone over. Companies promised, "You won't know the difference." Some customers agreed, many didn't. And in the restaurant business, if people don't come back for a second bite, the product rarely survives. Reason number 3, the healthy image started fading. Plant-based meat was marketed as a healthier alternative, but as consumers paid closer attention to ingredient lists and how these products were made, many started questioning whether they were as healthy and as natural as they had expected. Reason number 4, Americans didn't want to replace meat. For most Americans, burgers aren't just food, they're part of the culture. Changing decades of eating habits turned out to be far more difficult than creating a new product. Reason number 5, the industry misunderstood the customer. This was the biggest mistake of all. The industry believed people wanted an alternative to meat, but most customers weren't looking for an alternative. They simply wanted a burger that tasted great, felt familiar, and offered better value for their money. And that's where the billion-dollar dream fell apart. America didn't reject innovation. America didn't reject the future. America rejected a product that, for many consumers, never gave them a compelling enough reason to replace what they already loved. And that's how a trend, once celebrated as the future of food, became one of the biggest business disappointments of the last decade. If you enjoyed this case study, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Production Pathway, and let me know in the comments, do you think plant-based meat still has a future, or was this trend always destined to fail?